Veiled threats and intimidation. That's how opposition leader Stephenson King describes the recent disclosure of a possible no-work, no-pay stance in light of the recent strike action by public servant workers. King condemns the reference made in recent government statements, characterizing the implication as dangerous and disturbing. The former Prime Minister is adamant workers have the right to strike if they are dissatisfied with negotiations or the terms and conditions of their work.
Well, what the government is doing there is psychological warfare and a very subtle manner of intimidation and threat, all wrapped up in a press release released through the Prime Minister's office. This is dangerous, it is worrisome, and we are very concerned about that kind of behavior on the part of the government. This is the second press release that the Prime Minister's office has released, attempting to sugarcoat the situation by thanking those who have worked. That's their business if they work. But threatening those who have taken strike action. That is unacceptable, and every union should condemn it.
King says it would be unprecedented in the context of public sector industrial disputes if government follows through on the mantra of no work, no pay.
This belief or this practice of no work, no pay has never happened in the history of St. Lucia. Even in 1979 thereabouts, when the public service or the public servants went on strike for 54 or 59 days, Sir John Compton never deducted any monies from the salaries of those public officers.
However, the battle over the historical record continues to heat up, with some arguing governments in the past have indeed withheld pay from public servants in the aftermath of industrial action. Minister for Agriculture Moses Jean-Baptiste says the government's recent statement was certainly not a veiled threat, but a reminder of the law.
So when government put out that statement, it was simply to create the awareness that this law exists. I don't think it's a threat, it is just the reality. And government, just as workers, workers have the right to take whatever legal action that's necessary, the government has a right to also inform and to let the general public be aware.
The government has remained firm on its 4% counter-offer, while the CSA is demanding a 9.5% wage increase. While the rest of the Trade Union Federation decided to settle for the government's final offer, their agreement is void because of the CSA's rejection of the proposal. Sarah Peter, HTS News Force.